Welcome back to my channel. Let's dive right into these messages for who is your soulmate. This could be someone you know already. This could look like a little bit different than who they are now. It could look like an evolved version, a grown version of them as well. Or if you're not in a relationship, then this is the things to look for who your person, your soulmate, characteristics they may embody, different traits that they may have, and how you two may come together as well. So let's take a look at the 3 piles I went ahead and shuffled out. So we have the 4 of fossils, which is the 4 of pentacles. Group 2, we have here the Ace of shells, the Ace of cups. And group 3, your card here is the 4 of feathers or the 4 of swords. So take as much time as you need to choose your pile for today's messages. When you're ready, head down to the description box of this video. You will find the timestamps that will take you directly to your messages, and I will meet you there. Hi there, Group 1. I'm so excited for these messages. We're going to be taking a look at who your soulmate is. Again, I mentioned in the intro that if you are currently in a relationship versus if you're single, it doesn't matter. This reading is for you. This could look like the person you were with, but a little bit different as well, because it could be showing up as an evolved version of them, as a grown and ascended version. So slight differences perhaps if you're currently in a relationship or not, but let's dive right in. I have multiple different decks we're going to use to get different aspects and angles to your person. So first one is going to be looking at their spirit animal. So let's grab a spirit animal card. Which one do they embody most from this deck for group number 1? You see this one. So we have here the dragonfly spirit. It says truth transcends illusion. And I see with the 4 of pentacles, it's giving me kind of an idea already of like truth transcends illusion. I'm seeing 2 and 2 deduces into 4. And truth transcends illusion in terms of the 4 of pentacles, the meaning behind that. It's like they do not get too worked up too soon over things. They are able to stay pretty level-headed. Yeah, that's as much as I'll say about that before I get more information, but let's continue on. So this next deck we're going to pull from is their archetype. So let's see, what archetype does pile 1's soulmate embody most out of this deck? So we have here the riddle. It's interesting how like illusion is mentioned and then the riddle shows up here, which gives that kind of idea of like, again, illusion. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's take a look next at this deck here. This will give us an idea. This deck intends to represent the inner spirit. So let's see who that is for group 1 soulmate. We get 1 card from this deck. Mystery with revelations, discovery, secrets, unveil. So interesting. This person is very mysterious. They're very scientific, curious. Yeah, interesting. Let's go to the next deck. Get all the information we can. This deck is going to represent the main kind of personality trait that your person, the main like aura to them, the main energy they have. So the word is courage. I love that. I love this, how this is coming together for who this person is so far. And next deck, before we get into the tea leaf and then the tarot, this is just going to represent, yes, just making sure I used all the decks. Okay, good. This is going to represent the relationship together between you and your soulmate, some element of that. So let's get one card from this deck to give us an idea of the relationship. Magnolia. This card, I'm trying to remember exactly what the message is here. I think it has something to do with like self-love, or yeah, something like that, or otherwise I'm intuitively getting messages of just like sweetness and tenderness within their relationship. And of course we've had like equal oh, we do have 22 show up here again too. We have representing the equal relationship with 2 and 2, the mirroring, as well as 2 and 2 represented again. And then I mentioned 4 was significant, how 2 and 2 combines to be 4. So equal units separately combine to be a very solid 4-walled, 4-legged unit together. And so that's the message I'm getting from that Magnolia card for what will their relationship look like together. A lot of sweetness and tenderness toward one another. I'm like thinking of a specific couple right now. I feel like it's too niche to even try to mention it, but someone who's very sweet and maybe portrays, kind of leans into the role that you would not expect them to in terms of home life. That could be significant to their relationship. They could have a softer side, take more of the tender and sweet side in their relationship, be the one to kind of initiate that level of intimacy and conversation and an action toward one another and the time spent together. Yeah. They have the courage to be kind of different. They have the courage to be authentic, and who they are as that person is someone who's very curious, someone who might like things a specific way, like organized a specific way and kind of neat, but that also ties into their ability to have a certain role in home life that is a bit unexpected for who they are, and like not from you necessarily or because it goes against their character, but like societal expectations, it's a little bit different perhaps to what a conventional relationship roles would look like. But they do have the courage to explore the things that they're interested in, even if it's very niche, even if not a lot of people are interested within it. And they seek out truth through the mystery, through the illusions. They unveil and discover truth. They're okay like waiting certain amounts of time without any kind of action. They're okay with like subtlety and normalcy if it means that something is on the horizon to unveil, to dive into, some riddle to uncover, to fully engage within. Courage. Some element is coming through of like childhood and what they've been through impacting the way that they have courage now. The way that they show their courage is paying respect to their inner child who may have not had the opportunities to show courage or who did not know what that was yet. Yeah, we do still have tea leaf to get into, so these will help us get even more specifics to the energy that they're bringing out. So let's see even more about pile 1 soulmate. Who are they? What can we know about them? And more context about who they are in their relationship before we get into the tarot. Anything else from this tea leaf here? I do actually want to pull the second astral house. So quite a few tea leaf. Let's see what we have. We have Broom with new home, new attitude. Okay, we have Marriage, Inkpot with problems to be resolved. Peacock with beware of great pride. Career. Well, family wishes come true, as well as ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And that's the idea I got with, of course, family wishes come true on both parties, maybe more so on their end. Family is very, very happy and relieved almost at this union, that maybe the intention is not there between partners here for group one, you and your soulmate, to necessarily strive toward paper and pen marriage and having that legalized, or you know what I mean, come into union in that way, in a legal way. Maybe that was not the intention. But overall, I think your person maybe comes to terms with truth transcends illusion. They come to reality and rationality with wanting to, we do have the Four of Pentacles, so wanting to ensure stability and security, safety, protecting the relationship and the union that comes with it in terms of material wealth and other kind of agreements that come with that union of actual marriage, because we have that mentioned significantly. It is showing up 3 times here, and new home, new attitude as well makes me think that it is ensured that this is going to be a home that is created together. Family wishes will come true. They will be relieved. They'll be happy because this is what they want based on what they did, that this is the path that should be followed for union, for love, for romance and partnership. And so it just makes people happy. That is what it is. And I think overall that is a testament to good luck within the relationship, because it is kind of like, it's positive energy going toward the relationship, kind of sending you off with approval in a way. So that's just kind of a side note of, it is kind of like a nice testament and boost of good luck as the marriage takes place and takes off. Yeah. And okay, so then we had, so marriage, all of that coming together is quite obvious. About 4 of the cards of the tea leaf here cover that, and the remaining inkpot, problems to be resolved following marriage, makes me think of some tensions taking place within the union, within the close living arrangements, and adjustment to that routine. And those problems having to do with your soulmate's pride and dedication to their work and career came out to confirm that. As we had beware of great pride, made me think of career, because it matched with this truth transcends illusion. The dragonfly and the peacock, the colors, stood out so much to me and came together and just gave me an idea of the truth transcends illusion becoming an issue, becoming a heavy focus, an intense obsession for your soulmate within their career, and that becoming all-consuming or close to all-consuming, and it needing to be resolved in the relationship. This person's over consumption of their work and over commitment to it will need to be addressed. With love and tenderness is a side note here, is the best way to resolve it, with that love and tenderness that your person would bring toward you, that you bring toward them. Make sure you practice that within this conversation, and it will be well. So let's move right along. I think I'm just going to move this down a bit, and let's take a look at further aspects of this union with your soulmate. We're going to find more out about how will you guys come together. That will be the first thing we will take a look at. Perhaps we'll find out if you already know each other in some cases, but this is a collective reading, so there could be multiple scenarios here in terms of who knows their soulmate yet and who has yet to meet them. Let's see, anything else? How will they meet their soulmate? Okay, let's take those. So we have the Empress. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Death card. And the Justice card. How will you meet? It will be fated with Justice, with Death. It will come after some kind of transformation, a personal transformation for you. I'll say for both of you, it could be very similar timelines. We have duality showing up again with partnership, Two of Feathers. It makes me think neither parties see what changes lie ahead. And even with this kind of fencing off what's ahead, what's in the future, the abundance that is out there, the new home that exists somewhere within there that you guys will have, but is now yet to be seen with the fence. Two of Swords, you both could be in a not ready yet, not... I mean, really, if you look back a few years back, you know how much you've changed. You know how much we constantly change. So it's just a matter of one of those cycles being the one that, upon being completed, you're in the right place, in the right energy to attract one another. And there's patience that is being asked for within this time, and focus on the self-care within that. Focus on building your own kind of luxury, so that this is why one of the key elements of the relationship is one of tenderness and sweetness, because there's like an aspect of strong self-love that both of you have garnered in the previous years to meeting one another. And that is what brings in this sweet dynamic between the two of you, is both of you have practiced it separately on your own, have grown within it, and then you know how to bring it into the relationship as well. Yeah, so you'll meet after some change when you're ready, when it is fated and destined within your timeline here in this life to come together. I mean, it really could even be that one person is not near you, near the other in location, and so there are things that need to come in place to align the two of you. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, some things are not in place, so any kind of extra effort to advance this occurrence of meeting one another is going to burn you out, is going to be... And we have Scorpion. It makes me think of Scorpio, which represents the Death card. So the hidden message here is really look into this. Look into the self-love and seeking growth and finding yourself transformed one day to where you are now in the space to be aligned with your person. That is the hidden message. The Scorpion showing up to represent death. Wait for that transformation. Otherwise, you will be fighting a fruitless battle. Six of Cups. Take this time to get to know yourself. Really take this time to look within, to look toward the inner child and what they would wish you to be doing, to focus on joy, to focus on happiness, curiosity. Just like your person, this message is almost to start to kind of embody. You must share some level of curiosity, as what I've described with this person, to some degree. So tap into that. Whatever it is, tap into that. That is part of what aligns you two to be together. To come together is that shared interest, that shared approach to things. Wow, the Two of Wands is the waiting for the alignment. And so this is what you should be doing in that waiting. Focus on yourself. Tap into those energies that have proven to be similar, that you two share. because this is waiting for that message to arrive along the horizon, to see it and to be able to take off. We have the King of Cups. You will be an expert with your emotions. You will be very emotionally intelligent. Your emotions and senses there will be heightened, even to like a spiritual psychic level. You could, at the time of coming to union with this person, you could be experiencing greater illumination within your spiritual life and your psychic abilities as well. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. And then it's just a matter of patience, truly. You will be finding so much joy, though, I feel like within this time, that the patience will come easily. You may even experience some kind of sense of like a little bit of anxious anticipation of this kind of settling into your life as soon as you were introduced to them and you realize what this is meant to be, that it's meant to be more long-term and committed. You could even start to want to cling on to your current, the things that you have worked on and are enjoying now. And so do enjoy it, and know that it won't go away. It will just be in conjunction with a new person and new energies to pay attention to. So final messages, can we get any hint of like how long pile 1 has to wait though for this connection to come? Like where are they at in terms of readiness for this, and how far have they gone on their journey to prepare and to come in alignment with their soulmate? I'm just going to take that one. Let's see. So we have here the 3 of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like you could have just come out of some kind of heartbreaking situation with romance, a breakup, or otherwise some kind of transformation has been difficult. A change has been difficult, and you've been really focused on material wealth, on finance, on progression in business, in project, in success. There you've been kind of hyper-focused on that, and to great success as well. That's where I see you at now, and going forward, I see that the energy must be shifting now and into the near future. The Knight here of Swords especially is pretty fast-paced, is going to move moderately and swiftly with a goal, with an intention. And I'm just getting interesting messages from these cards. I feel like this is kind of dropping another hint that like this is coming very soon, where things pick up, because we're getting current energy for you now. So current as well is next step, Knight of Swords. Things will pick up for you. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the shift in energy. Pay attention to how you feel especially. And this is who your soulmate is. This is what that union will look like, and some information for when you can expect this to pick up within your life. I hope you enjoyed your messages, pile 1. Please take the time to like, comment that you came from pile number 1, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you take the time to do all 3 of those things to help me out. But with all of that being said, pile 1, I wish you the best of luck in your soulmate journey, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi there, group 2. I am so excited to dive right into these soulmate messages for you guys. So let's take a look. We're going to look at a few different oracle decks. The first one is going to be a spirit animal deck. So we're going to find out what spirit animal does pile 2's soulmate embody most. All right, we have the turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. I love that, especially with the Ace of Cups representing your pile as well. Let's grab next an archetype card for group 2's soulmate. I did feel this one. Let's see. We have the Unseen, Okay, this next one is going to be, the deck is meant to represent like the inner form of you, the inner spirit of you. So let's see who that is for your soulmate. We have empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, and divine. Love that as well. I'm just like noticing kind of like spiritual keywords, I guess, showing up. We have gratitude, the unseen, and then expansion, prosper, divine, empowerment. Lots of those elements coming together so far for your soulmate. Next deck we're going to take from is going to be the biggest kind of trait that your person embodies, their biggest, the essence of like their aura. It's going to be a personality trait. So we have energy. Love that. Wow. And again, tying in with like the spiritual messages, it's giving me some element of that, and of course elements of other aspects that the keyword energy brings about. But next, this card here is going to be signifying the relationship together, some element of that. This card wanted to jump. So we have magic frog. Love that. Yeah, so energy is refreshing, and we have the orange showing up with an empowerment as well. So energy in terms of strength, in terms of fortitude and pushing forward, perseverance. Your person has a lot of strength. They have, again, the ability to give. They have the ability to give their all. Definitely empowerment, expansion happening through surrender of all. They have the energy and the ability to give all because they see all as well. The unseen, the Ace of Cups representing more intuitive, emotional aspects. They have the ability to see all energy, good and bad, with a neutral perspective. And like the magic frog, I'm sure I'll get more information on it, but it's the idea of like the frog may transform upon some kind of action taken. And your person is aware of situations like that, and they kind of are able to look things in the eye and to define it for what it is before taking action. Yeah, and then the eye showing up as well. They have a keen eye for things as well, for the right moves to make. They could be very strong partner. Like, this could be someone that you really look to for a lot of guidance. Both of you are equally able to provide that, but you really are someone in yourself who can be very independent and who can seek guidance within yourself often throughout your life. And so it's not that you can't do that, but within this relationship, you find yourself feeling like you can indulge in surrendering to letting this person protect you, letting this person lead the way for the time being, for this situation, in this case, whatever it is. This could be an opportunity to allow you to expand quite a lot, because this person is willing to give quite a lot. Because once again, they have a wider array of options for giving, because they see all, even the unseen. They see energy. They give in the form of tailoring your environment together, your home, tailoring the situations you put yourself into together, the experiences you go out and seek together, tailoring that to be a positive energy for you as well. It even goes to that level of like tweaking the energies of things to make sure that you are happy. The magic frog message as well, with the way that an action can kind of change what this even is. Your person recognizes that. They recognize the importance of small changes and how they impact you. With the unseen, it's another message of they prioritize, or the wisdom that they really enjoy within life is, oh my gosh, why am I not thinking of it right now? It's very simple, very common. Give me just one moment. I need to just stop talking and then I can think of it. Out of sight, out of mind. Yes, that's a philosophy they love, they live by. I feel like Virgo, the zodiac Virgo is relevant as well, just for kind of personal reasons, for relevance it's had as of lately in ways that is tying into this reading. It's definitely giving me Virgo feeling intuitively. Your person could be a Virgo, pretty grounded. The magic frog as well is giving me a grounded idea. They could have a water moon sign. The Ace of Cups makes me think of that. But overall, they prioritize energy. They prioritize... I'm trying to think of another way I can describe this, because I love the way that they kind of live their life and what they prioritize. They definitely prioritize growth and giving to energize things further than what they naturally contain. Like, this is so random, but this, like, this trend, if you've seen it, you know, but it's this person who goes around and they, like, spend their time by creeks and ponds, and they actually will, like, water the surrounding rocks and boulders and whatnot because they look like they need, like, hydration. I don't know, this person just does that for content. They'll go and, like, water the dry rocks and whatnot. It's giving those vibes of your person is going to, or even just, like, walking somewhere and they have this sense that, like, they hold such an importance of, like, energy exchange. So they do enjoy something like, if there's some kind of good luck symbol when traveling, something like that, they would want to, like, go interact with it and, like, touch it, embrace it, whatever it is, to kind of exchange a history of information. They like that kind of thing. They are spiritual. They really are intrigued by energy down to, like, the smallest levels, the most unseen levels, which I think would be high frequency or very low frequency. So extremes, opposite ends of the spectrum. So they like to go around and give a touch of their experience and their energy to the things that they interact with and environments they find themselves sharing things with. They like to leave a mark there, to say, with whatever way they do that. If you know, you know, like a tree hugger type person, someone who loves nature, someone who believes in a lasting impression, like the butterfly effect, things like that. So they don't take it lightly to offer things to anything from animate to inanimate objects and people to help them. If it's going to give them an ounce of happiness and upliftment, if that's a word, to their day, then they will take the time to do it effortlessly and almost unconsciously. It's just part of what they do. Together is a key word here. Everything is about togetherness. It's the philosophy and wisdom they have of how the world works and how things work together that gives them an overall sense of togetherness. I love this energy for your person, and we still have the tea leaf to get into, so this will give us even more detailed aspects of them. So let's find out. Pile 2's soulmate, who may they be? So we have yoke with feeling tied down or frustrated. Okay, let's see what else. Can we clarify everything that has come out so far and get more information as well, please? Pile 2's soulmate. We have broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. We also have ram with a stubborn, aggressive person. Anything else from the tea leaf here that we should know? I'm going to take these 3 to clarify the first 3. So let's see. We have older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. Fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. And success. I get an interesting message. I get that resistance in union may come from your end. And I don't know what this is. Even I'm looking at the magic frog to see if there's something I'm getting something from it, but it's kind of unclear. 'Cause it does seem like they're both looking at each other similarly in terms of affection. I was trying to see if I could understand who is feeling one way versus the other within this energy, but I think that you could be someone offering a bit of resistance that is resolved, though. When this union is happening and taking place, I had that confirmed just with the fact that a person came out twice. And of course, feeling tied down, frustrated, stubbornness, aggressive, parting of the ways in romance or business. I think part of it is like a triggering element for some of you, that the way that they act toward you, the way that they pick up on energy so much is a little bit intimidating, or is just feels invasive. That's what it could be. Yeah, feeling tied down, that's what it says there. So it could just feel kind of like invasive, intrusive, and makes you feel too seen. Yeah, that's really, but success comes out, and it just lets me know that this is a challenge that is overcome. And really, it could be overcome with, maybe some of you are watching this reading and your soulmate you had been with previously, and there's a parting of the ways, there's a separation happening now, and this message is reminding you that indeed this is the person you had been with, and something may come back around where the second attempt is successful. Yeah. And it may just take, with a stubborn, aggressive person, I think that this could be slower to happen. This could be taking time, since we do have recent energies of feeling tied down, frustrated coming in, and then perhaps a more recent parting of ways. And so there is frustration in the current, but success lets me know that something is going to be resolved with the way that this has triggered some element for both of you guys through some conversation. This can be resolved. And I'm just looking here at the magic frog, how they both have admiration for one another in their eyes and affection for each other in their eyes. I think that is going to be what this comes back around to. It's unseen right now if you are in separation, but you will be coming back together successfully, having worked through challenges and having the opportunity to work through them further together. There's only so far you can go with working on this on your own. At some point, there needs to be a meeting, once again, to check in on the progress that has been made for both parties. Your person is very giving, and they will be open to discussions as needed as well, not just in this situation, but as needed. I think a lot of this coming up is like some kind of challenging aspects, dealings, parting of the ways, stubbornness, aggressive, feeling tied down, because it lets me know that no matter, yes, those elements can be significant within your relationship. That doesn't mean that you've done something wrong as a couple. It doesn't mean anything like that. It's just relationships are challenging. And so the message here that is encouraging is that your person is willing to step up to the plate for these challenges. They're not deterred by it. They are determined to find success in, and especially with dealings or a relationship with two women, two people, they're willing always to connect with you on these things and to consider you. That is their priority. To handle it with grace and to handle it properly is always their goal, and success comes through conflict and hard situations because of both of your attitude toward it. Yeah, loving this message for you guys. So let's keep going with tarot. Let's find out, how will you come together with your soulmate? How can group 2 expect to come together? So we have Temperance. We have the 7 of Cups. Let's see what else. But through clearing things out, through getting clear, and through working through some of these challenges we've talked about, perhaps in separation, through that new balance comes the readiness for reunion. We have the 8 of Cups, the readiness for moving back to one another, for starting that pathway to each other once again. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This really does feel like a current separation message, and the way that returning back together happens is, again, through achieving balance, achieving growth in your life, and that readiness to embark back on that path to have a successful reunion. Another situation is growth happening in that time apart is showing up as great abundance in business and success in business and career for one or both of you. If the 2 of Swords, it feels like both of you could be very strong within business and within your own endeavors at the time that you would come together. And definitely with the 6 of Wands, you both will be very, very strong. And we see that so much here with equal differences outwardly, but equal differences outwardly in what your work is and what your goals are and who you are as people at your core, but equality in power and strength, in core principles and values. The 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you would be very stable with each other. That's kind of a promising message of good fortune, good luck, and good protection within the relationship and the ownership of things together. We have the Page of Cups. It feels like within this soulmate connection, there would be an opportunity for enlightenment within one or both of you, for one or both of you to witness the other kind of change before their very eyes. We have the 2 of Swords here representing the unseen. Once again, your card here, the unseen. In the future of this soulmate connection, you could witness a overnight growth, expansion, yeah, together. Someone both will prosper, will have a changed environment, have a changed temperament. We had temperance come out. Reminds me of temperament. You're gonna witness someone transition in your relationship, and that's part of yeah, again, we had like the two women showing up, one of them one way, one of them the other, like, but both core the same. Let's go ahead and look at more about what this relationship is going to look like, what the soulmate connection is going to look like when you two are together. Just a little bit more information if we can get any more elements. I think I'm gonna stick with that one card, 2 cards here. So, and then we'll get into looking at timeline for when you can expect this union to take place. And to be clear, this doesn't have to be just a reunion after separation. This could very well just be your person that you have not met yet, or the person you're with. There are multiple scenarios that can apply when reading for a collective of people. So we have the Fool and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you could bring out a sense of adventure within each other. We talked about fresh start within a person or both of you, and kind of life situation, how you show up in it, I guess. But I see like adventureful situations between the two of you and new experiences together. That's really what the thing is, like new fun experiences, checking things off your bucket list, exploring new places together, just doing things with a partner, and everything feels new. Everything feels like the first time. The first time, I don't know, I'm not going to go into examples, but you know that newness of fresh relationship, everything feels like it's being seen through new eyes. It's a beautiful feeling. I'm getting like chills now. I love seeing these two cards together because their relationship will never get stale. It will never get old. It's always going to be fun. It's always going to be adventure filled together, and energy is huge. Lots of energy, lots of experiencing, of energy and traveling together. So let's move next into when can we expect this union to happen? More about exactly how the meeting will happen if they have not met yet. Will they share anything in common that brings them together in a collective space, or will they seek each other out? Let's take a look at these to start. So we have the 5 of Cups. When you least expect it is what I think of when I think of traditional imagery on the 5 of Cups. When you least expect it, something approaching. 6 of Pentacles, something approaching you feels like the case with that card, especially for something to approach you. Someone is going to reach out to you. The 7 of Wands. I like that there's a rainbow in this because it makes me think of the 10 of Cups, which has the rainbow, which is really like happy ending in terms of love, relationship, family life, and overall emotional contentment and happiness. 7 of Wands for how will you meet, how will you come together. And if we're thinking of like sharing collective spaces, you could be involved in some kind of physical activity together, like an intramural sport, like a club, like a art club. But really I'm kind of thinking of like being on a team together, like a sports team or some kind of club. So this could be specifically within like within schooling or within just adult life, partaking in fun activities that would make sense for who this person is. We have energy, we have togetherness, they love to be with people, they have a lot of energy. Yeah, so you could meet that way. Did we have any idea of like how long this could take? When can group 2 expect to meet their person? We have the Hierophant, and clarify that, the 5 of Swords. You could meet them in about 5 months. You could meet them in the month of May. You could meet them again with some kind of change. That change could look like deciding to join the said group I talked about, said club in adulthood, in any way in which you feel like you're kind of stepping out of your comfort zone to change things up. Or we talked about, really there's a message here of giving and receiving with the Six of Pentacles. So you could be approaching them, and that could come from the feeling of readiness for change, that you decide, okay, I'm ready for this again, I'm ready for change, I'm ready to seek out what I want in my life. And likewise, they could be in the same energy with 5 and 5. It's the mirroring, so you two could both be at a time where you decide that something needs to change. I am changing something up. I'm signing myself up for this. I'm committing myself to this. I'm going to make this happen. It's about time. It's my time, and really believing that and going to fight for it and find it. And the two of you will come together through that charged energy as well. You will be very motivated and not giving the time of day to things that are obviously not checking the boxes for you in terms of relationship. Yeah, so that is all about your soulmate, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed these messages. Please do take the time to like the video, comment that you came from pile 2. You can just say pile 2 in your comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you help me out by doing all 3 of those things. But with all that being said, pile 2, I wish you the best of luck in your soulmate journey, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi there, group 3. I'm so excited. So let's dive right into your soulmate reading. Let's take a look. We're going to use a few different oracle decks to describe your soulmate and what the connection may look like between the two of you. So let's dive right in. We'll start with a spirit animal deck. What spirit animal does group 3's soulmate? What are they represented best by? We have the seahorse spirit with watch and wait. Okay. Let's grab from the archetype deck. Which archetype represents group 3's soulmate best? You get one card here from this deck, please. So we have the healer. I love that. I have to mention now the protection that's coming through. Like, I couldn't help but think about the seahorse, like how it's kind of different, how they conceive, I guess. And so I'm thinking of like parental figure, like father figure, and then I'm thinking of the protection here, but then the 4 of Swords and kind of the safety, the rest and recovery and being protected within that as well. Thinking of maybe this animal is covering her eggs or chicks, whatever it is, and then the healer, of course, protecting this kind of egg-like figure within the middle. Yeah, so your person, a strong figure coming through so far, strong protective one, strong aspects of being a good parental figure as well. So let's look at this deck. This is meant to represent kind of our innermost essence and our innermost spirit as well. So let's see who wants to come through for group 3's soulmate. We have curiosity with experience, play, uncover, and ask. Okay. Let's move along to the next deck. Is going to be like their biggest kind of personality trait, their essence, their aura, like what is their big kind of thing, who they are to the core. So we have emotion. I love that. Protective of home, protective of emotion. They could be a Cancer. That I feel that intuitively, as well as with the 4th house coming up. Emotion generally. Water signs, they could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Yes, absolutely, as well with Seahorse Spirit. The snake makes me think of Scorpio as well, with shedding the old skin, with transformation. The house of transformation is Scorpio, the 8th house. And I talked about parenthood, them being quite suitable for the more challenging emotional aspects that come with that. That is especially confirmed here with emotion coming out, and curiosity as well gave me an idea of having the ability to engage in play, to engage in curiosity, to engage in experience that comes with parenthood, to ask questions, to heal the inner child through reparenting of their own children could be an aspect that is very, very important to them. With watch and wait, it's almost like they are kind of waiting for this moment to step up to the plate within their life for it to have a greater significance. They want, more than anything, the ability to raise a child and to ask them the questions that they wish that they were asked when they were a child. That is full karmic circle coming around, cycle, finishing out, healing those wounds through, or just the curiosity in itself. I want to discover and learn about myself through this person here, through my person that I am raising, that I am healing from within through, that I am healing them. Everything is as it should be with this relationship in place. So watch and wait. I know this person feels like this is my future. This is what I am seeking out in whatever way that looks like, might I add. Whatever way being a parent looks like. They just need a chance to heal through repetition and through difference this time, though, in how they approach it. They could also really appreciate curiosity if you bring curiosity toward them. They could be someone who's a little bit more timid to just candidly share their feelings. They could very much have them below the surface, affecting their mind frame and their actions to some degree. But watch and wait gives me an idea that they're someone that you can just observe and see how methodical yet easy they do things with. That sentence didn't really make sense, but the ease with which they do things, but also how methodical they are. It's at once both of those things. They're someone that does more of the observation so that they can have the curiosity to uncover and ask about what they've observed. And so yet they have these big emotions. They may be silently asking for you to dig into them. They may not even know that they would like someone to dig into it. Maybe this parenthood thing coming through is you almost playing the role of parent toward them, which doesn't sound great in some cases, but it's just that you are asking the questions that matter most to them, and that's a way in which they can heal. And those questions could just simply be wanting to know about them, being interested in what they like, being curious about their wildest dreams, their biggest fears, all of the above, all of that. So there's someone you watch and wait. You feel that there's a lot below the surface to tap into. And if you are to ask and to explore, then you will find answers that no one else really has had access to. They are just for you and your soulmate and their relationship. So let's look here with the tea leaf, additional, more detailed aspects of pile 3's soulmate so we can identify them. And again, this could be someone you know already. This could be someone you're in separation with. It could look like the person you know, or it could look like a different future version, evolved version of them. Or otherwise, this can be someone that you have not met. So let's see. We have the month of August, which just passed a few days ago. We have Tree, affairs with your family. We have Cat with a two-faced friend. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, as well as Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. What does this have to do with pile 3's soulmate? We have friends coming in, a distant friend and a two-faced friend, both obviously thinking about you in some way because they're showing up, being significant in some way. You're on the right path because there are people thinking of you. Affairs with your family in the month of August are now in the past. What does this have to do with your soulmate, though? They may have some history of severance from family or from just friends, people who matter to them. And this was necessary to put them on the right path. This might be something more tender to their heart to talk about. But and they may have a fear that people judge what actions they took. But I think that truly you will see it no other way than through sympathy for them and admiration for what they did because they had to in this situation. That's just something that they kind of fear, is feeling like there has been judgment in the past because of some affair with family and how that ended, and the history there is a little bit painful, but they knew that this was what was needed to put them on the right path for them to be happy and okay and safe going forward. I wonder what the month of August is. This was kind of a fleeting thought, but some of you could have someone important to them that's named August. That's really what I thought of. Or otherwise, something has happened in the month of August, of course, and that's kind of what it feels like each time August comes around, is that past situation that went down 1 August for them. So that's significant. We have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, August could have been the month that some transition happened, something went away, or most strongly felt is that they left, they went away. We have the 5 of Pentacles. This may have put them in a space of lack for a while. 7 of Feathers, the 7 of Swords. I think they found something very lucky to uplift them out of that situation. Yeah, the King of Swords as well. They did. They found a mentor. They found like a savior. They found someone who really helped them out of a challenging transition. And that's a big part of their story. That's a big, important person in their life. That's perhaps the distant friend who's thinking of them. And almost like the two-faced friend as well. Two-faced in a sense that they became your true friend, but at first it was more of a service to you, an opportunity to you, and it grew into an actual relationship. Speaking of your soulmate, this is something they experienced. What next? Can we find out about how will group 3 meet their person? How did they meet? How will they come into union? Let's get their kind of origin story. How does this connection come to be with pile 3's soulmate? Anything else here that we can know at this time? gonna take, let's see if there's one more that wants to come out here. Okay. How does this connection come to be? The Trickster, the Fool card, the Seven of Cups, as well as Justice. How do they meet? We did have like the two-faced friend here, and this is called the Trickster in this deck rather than the Fool. Well, it represents the Fool, but called the Trickster. So who we talked about, whenever you meet this person, they could be kind of deeply entrenched within their relationship with this guardian that's come through for them. And they may be in a situation of like having options for where to go next and what opportunity will be right for them and what opportunity will be the one that actually happens. And when it does, when justice is served and this person is put in the next place that they should be coming out of this tough transition situation, justice is served and they are aligned to come to you once they embark on this kind of major route off of the path that they had been on for a while. In August, that transition could have happened last month. That's why we see the month of August coming in, and that's why this energy is of your soulmate, letting you know that perhaps they are getting closer to you if you don't know them yet. Can we know more about this month of August? Can we try to clarify that and what that means for Group 3's soulmate? Is there anything else here to clarify the month of August? Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so that is the Five of Swords. Yeah, challenge in the month of August, we have the Page of Wands and the Six of Swords. Challenge and retreat in the month of August with the Seer of Branches, the Page of Wands. I'm seeing 5-5 across these cards. I'm getting change. I'm getting that August, the significance is about the change that it allowed to unfold within this person's life. The Fool card, the new journey that it allowed. The Six of Swords, again, is about retreat, about moving away, along with the Eight of Cups. This was the moment, I think, I'm also thinking like it could have been August a year ago, and now that it's been just over a year, like officially at that annual mark, pivot is happening, change is happening. It's much easier to go forward with this situation that had happened now that some kind of timeline has been accomplished. But let's continue on and figure out here, what else can we know about what this relationship will look like between the two of them? Who will they be together? Who will this person be with their soulmate? What's that relationship look like for Group 3? Okay, let's finish out the reading with these few cards. So hang tight here. We have the Ace of Cups. It's a new start for emotions, especially for them. We have Two of Pentacles. This relationship is a great opportunity for merging of skills and resources. Bringing your powers together could build a promising foundation, a promising enterprise between the two of you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, very much confirming what I've just spoke of, and the Hanged Man. Different perspective that the two of you bring is going to offer solid foundation to move forward. Maybe you two will have something, I know I've said a lot about August, but maybe something you two do together will be very successful in the month of August, will take off in that month. The Knight of Pentacles is regarding a financial endeavor, and they have the knowledge to head forward at a steady rate, and they're on the path to further wins and further success and climbing up the ladder even more. It just takes the change in perspective as you go further on that journey, as you learn more. You use that to change your method, to change your perspective as you gain new information. So overall, this connection with your soulmate is one that the two of you could very much take off together in a very powerful way in business. And this person is not going to shy away from talking about the emotional side of things. It just takes the asking, it takes the seeking of that information. And this looks like a really great relationship for you. So I hope you enjoyed this message. Please do take the time to like, comment that you came from pile 3. You can just say pile 3 in your comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you take the time to do all 3 of those things for me. But with all that being said, pile 3, I wish you the best of luck in your soulmate journey, and I will see you in your next reading.